May 8th, I'm going to take you on a tour of my garden. I've been working on this for about 8 years, and it is a hot mess, but this is the best it's ever looked. This is kohlrabi, and I have some honey nut squash coming up there, hopefully. These are cover crops. I have a huge stand of volunteer parsley coming up. Zucchini is coming up there, hopefully. Swiss chard, hopefully. Broccolini. And this is an old kale plant that I actually just kept, hoping it would come back. I don't know. This is midget watermelon and kale. And over here, I have Indian cantaloupe coming up right here. Tomatoes, hopefully more Indian cantaloupe, and more cover crop. And over here, this is my stand of walking Egyptian onions that are getting started. Hopefully those will come up and keep going. This is elephant garlic here. Tennis ball lettuce. I also planted eggplant and a pepper in there. We'll see if that comes up. More elephant garlic. Little tiny tomato. Hopefully more eggplant. Honey nut squash and beans are along all of these. I tried a lot of different squash, and honey nut is my absolute favorite. So I don't really even try to grow very much else other than spaghetti squash anymore. Lots of elephant garlic. All of these have honey nut squash and green beans. This is Indian cantaloupe. More honey nut squash and green beans. I actually just chopped that up and put it in a food saver bag in my freezer, and I can have honey nut squash all winter. This is where I had tomatoes last year, but I'm rotating and putting in spaghetti squash just to see how that works. And okra, hopefully, along with some carrots, maybe. Clover. I've got wasabi radish, glass gem corn, and more midget watermelon growing in there. I do have volunteer cilantro coming up all over, which is fantastic. Spinach, banana pepper, red vein sorrel, rosemary, more spinach. I've had a ton of salads already this year. More volunteer cilantro. I planted dill. I'm not sure if that's dill or what that is actually. I can't remember. More elephant garlic. Couple of little seedling peppers I started clear back in January that just look like they're gonna die. I've had several pepper seedlings die this year. That's been super disappointing. This is a little cherry tomato. And I did plant amaranth, but I can't remember if that's what that is. And then a huge bed of basically volunteer perennial cilantro. I've put some tomatillos in there and a poblano pepper seed. So this is the tomatillo, and the others may have died. And just kind of a full glance. And back over here, I have more volunteer cover crop coming up, and a tiny little pathetic bed that's got, I tried tatsoi. I've never been able to get that to work. I planted a whole bunch of oregano, but mainly it's just weeds. So that's okay. Live and learn. And then back over here to the parsley beds.